Man, may your weekend be better than your week.
It's already better. We sitting with you, bro. Yeah, we sitting with you. All right, so what edition is this? This is edition 3 of the All Hip Hop Podcast. We're here with Tip Harris. We use the names now, full names.
Right. Yeah.
To talk about your new career. By the way, my name's Chuck Creekmur. Slops.
What's up, Slops?
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying?
Slops is new to the team. Not new to the team, not really, but new to this platform. So we doing things together now.
Well, welcome, Slops.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So I want to, first of all, man, I want to congratulate you, man. And I want to say, it's like a lot. Everybody's not going to understand, right? But I appreciate you, man, and all the things that you do.
Man, thank you.
So you embarking on this comedy. First, I just want to know what made you get into comedy.
Okay. So first of all, I'd be remiss if I didn't say I've been a supporter, admirer, and a respect. Had an incredible amount of respect for the art form of comedy for quite some time. I've been supporting since I was a teenager at 559 when Bruce was hosting. Since the first Uptown Comedy Club that was on Peachtree, which Earthquake owned, that Noah was hosting, to the second Uptown on Marietta Street, where we had 2 nights. One was tripping on Sundays, one was tripping on Tuesdays. Both Lil Duval hosted. I've done, supported comedy by throwing comedians in my video. I think I was kind of like, at the forefront of putting comedians in videos for my era.
I remember you and Duval doing
but even before then, me, Duval,
24.
and 24s. It was Duval and Noah hosting. And 24s, that what a booty do.
Yeah.
The booty do joke came. You know what I mean?
Stomach stick out further than your booty do.
I've always had an incredible amount of respect and admiration for it. And in the back of my mind, I always used to tell myself, I could probably do that. I've had moments where, you know what I'm saying, I heckled a couple of comedians while they were on stage getting booed. And I remember one time, I don't remember who it was, and, God bless him. I'm for real, God bless him, because I was really just being an asshole. I was having a good time, but, I could have gave him a break. But anyway, he said, "You want to get up here and do this?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" So I hopped up and I did about a minute or two. Got
what year was this?
This might have been 2006.
Okay.
2006, 2008, something like that. And beyond that, just trying to include comedy in all that I do. But I didn't officially get into the art form of stand-up comedy for myself until my partner, comedian K-Dub, he has open mic nights. He hosts open mic nights around the city. And he always invite me to him just because he know how much I enjoy it, and that's my partner.
Yeah.
And so I was there supporting him and supporting comedy. And there was a guy up there. He was having a terrible go of it at the time. He probably was funny somewhere else, but that night, he was having a terrible go of it. And K-Dub was like, "Oh man, he need to do this," and I was like, "That's not gonna help him. He losing because he's doing this."
Yeah.
And K-Dub looked up at me and said, as to say, "Well, when are you gonna get on stage?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it one day." So when he got back on the stage and he introduced the next comedian, he said, "Coming up to the stage, whether he likes it or not, Tip Harris."
Oh wow. Wow.
And
now wait, what year? When was this?
This was 12 weeks ago.
Okay, right. Okay.
So this is my first time.
Yeah.
This was my first time on. No, this was in Atlanta.
Okay.
This is my first time on stage as a stand-up comedian. And at first I was going to be like, come on, man, stop playing. but they were clapping so loud. Like, they were so excited.
Right.
I was like, man, I guess so. I had to think of something from my seat to the stage.
Yeah.
And when I got up there, I freestyled for 35 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. And he was like, shit, you may as well come back.
Right.
And I came back the next day, and I've been doing it every day ever since.
So you do it without writing?
I did it then without writing. I have begun to learn what works. I have things that I've kept. I've written down things, and I write down new things. You know, it started unorthodox, but it became a little more conventional as the time progressed, as I learned more.
Okay.
So I mean, I heard about it like a little bit before it was announced on like Shade Room and Boiler Alert and everything like that.
Really, you gonna really name drop them, man?
You edited. That's the best part about podcasts. You edited all that. Nah, but this is how but I heard about it like a random celebrity just TikTok and was like, yo, randomly just ran into a comedy club and T.I. was telling jokes in LA. And I'm like, is this like a retirement thing? Like, I mean, like, was this like something like you had in your back pocket, but not that you actually told a story about, like, it's like randomly happening? I want to know, like, as far as like, how far do you want to take it? Is this like movies? Is this like acting as a comedic actor? Like, how far are we going with this?
I've already done comedic acting, so it ain't really, I mean, I didn't need this for that, although I'm sure it'll help me in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But, man, to be honest with you, it's just another artistic expression. It's therapeutic in a way. It's a way for me. You know what else I've learned? It's kept me from ranting on Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't write paragraphs on Instagram.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I release my thoughts on stage.
Yeah. Right. Now, what if you had to give people your type of comedy? I mean, we know Pryor, we know Red Fox, we know Eddie, we know Cat, Dave. They all have very distinct types of comedy. Even Cosby, if you go back enough.
Sure. I think I'd probably be somewhere between Red Fox and Dave Chappelle. In my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, I'm not fit to make that determination.
Right.
The listener or the audience will have to tell you.
Yeah.
But, you know, I have studied the many different versions or aspects or presentations of comedy. And I think that theirs is as similar to mine as I can think of just off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Or should I say mine is, I patterned myself after Red Fox and Dave Chappelle. Like those, I mean, I look up to everybody.
Side note.
But I can't do what, for instance, I can't do what Mike Epps do. You know what I'm saying? Like he is a master at, you know, just the over the top, silly hood. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Silly but serious.
Yeah.
I can't do what Cat do. You dig what I'm saying? Like I just feel like when I look and feel like, okay, I could see myself here, it falls in line between Red Fox and Dave Chappelle.
And they kind of do a more thought. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but they talk to you sometimes,
right?
And it's clever.
Sure,
but it's kind of straight talk almost.
Sure, yeah. I think that's
even as Dave's evolved, it's way more of a.
Well, I ain't talking early Dave.
You talking now, Dave? Yeah, where it's commentary,
right,
as well as humor,
right? Because early Dave, I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? like Dave today, I aspire, you know what I'm saying, to be as poignant and introspective, you know what I mean? And as humorous at the same time as he has been. $20 million a special don't hurt, but
yeah. Look, you know what? Let's get into we gonna throw the ball around a little bit. The Godfrey and others have had some things to say.
Sure.
What do you say to folks like that?
Well, first of all, Godfrey and I have had a conversation. We've gotten past our differences.
Okay.
And I respect Godfrey as a veteran and as a legend in this game, as I told him to his face. And I actually met Godfrey for the first time, to my knowledge, while he was killing it. He did about an hour, 45 minutes at a spot.
That's a long time.
I'm telling you. And he kept them up.
Yeah.
He kept them going.
Right.
I was like, damn, this motherfucker killing it.
Yeah.
And it just so happened I was having some meetings with some guys earlier that day about some other real estate opportunities. And one of them said that they owned that plaza that led to them saying, hey, man, you should go and do your thing tonight. Not knowing Godfrey was there.
Okay.
Not knowing he was on stage and went out. You know what I mean? I was just going at the request of the owner of the entire plaza.
Right.
To, because he was like, I almost on some, I don't believe you could do that shit.
Right.
Let me see you do it. Yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. And so, of course, the higher ups came and said, hey, Godfrey, want to put tip on when he was getting off stage. And I guess he was like on some, yeah, okay, whatever. And I asked him, it's cool? And I didn't remember this, but someone who was there told me, he was like, yeah, it's cool. And I got up there and I did my shit and I got off, and he and I, we met, we laughed, we chilled backstage, took pictures and everything. And then after that, there was an interview where he was kind of expressing his disapproval of me going up after him.
Not to you, to someone else.
Well, on a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So to the world.
Right, yeah.
And me personally, I'm looking to learn. I welcome the opportunity to learn, to grow, to evolve, to expand as an artist, as a man, as a comic. So my whole thing was, bro, if you felt like that, we could have talked about it backstage, and I would have known. Or you could have told me, this ain't the best time, I don't want you to go up. And I would have kind of pivoted from there.
Right.
We didn't even have to make it all the way here. And so that was my position, and his position is, don't use your celebrity to, I guess, skip steps.
Yeah.
Which I can understand. However, I'm going to use everything I got. Right. But we understand each other.
I guess they want you to do the 10 people in the crowd.
But I've done that.
Okay.
But I've done that, though.
Okay.
I've not only gone in full crowds and sold out audiences, man. I've gone to where it was only 10, 12 people and did my thing.
Okay.
I ain't really tripping off of that part of it.
Right.
And I, again, enormous amount of respect for Godfrey and all the other veterans of comedy. I understand the things they had to go through, right? And this is how I see it. There's a somewhat of a juxtaposition. Let's say a comedian that may not be as known.
Yep.
They've spent all of their time working on their craft. And they're building their name.
Yes.
I spent all my time building my name. I'm working on my craft.
Right.
So it's kind of like
you put in the same work, just in a
different craft.
Right.
Yeah.
So the same way that they're using what they have to build the places that they have, I guess, the least amount of strength.
Okay, right.
I'm doing the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm using what I have to build the places where I have the least amount of strength. Right. And if we work together,
right,
I could help them, they could help me, and everybody's happy. And once I speak to, most of them, well, it ain't really been that many, I ain't gonna lie to you. Right. But when I spoke to Godfrey, he understood that, and I understood him. And we left with an understanding.
That's good.
Yeah. We spoke like men, we dealt with it, and we moved on.
Good.
All right, so
and he gonna be opening up for me. Now, just
I was like, oh god,
Flex.
I'm just bullshit. Nah. But I did volunteer myself to his show where I would open up for him, man.
Okay.
He a dog, man. He a dog, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've been a fan personally since 24s, man. So
no
problem. So it's the retirement kind of like.
Yeah.
So if we talking about just like retirements from the albums, or we still get like a feature every now and then, or is it like, no, I'm just not putting.
I'm gonna probably always do music. Albums is what probably I would say. Albums is what I'd be retiring from.
I got you. So I seen you argue with Tiny about Sorry Not Sorry. Is there by any chance you might, you know what I'm saying, just to clear up the whole Atlanta thing?
I think they had this moment in time, and I think enough people have spoke on it. There's nothing else. Luda did. He did his thing.
Yeah.
He bodied that.
Yeah.
Man, there's, ain't nothing else. I think there's nothing else to say.
Yeah.
She did the remix with Lotto. That was phenomenal. And I think the city. See, that's kind of like inside baseball for Atlanta natives.
Right.
Atlanta natives have always said, hey man, is you Atlanta or Atlanta? It's either like it's two conversations. There's actually three. Okay, so the first one is you grew here or you flew here. You know what I mean?
For the gentrifiers.
Right. And the second one is you Atlanta or Atlanta. And that's the conversation Omeretta was having.
Right.
Because technically, places outside of Atlanta, although they have a significant contribution to the culture, although they have made undeniable contribution to the culture, people who are in the city could still, be like, man, like you ain't actually Atlanta. But that's only for insiders. She just kind of made it public.
Yeah.
Because
but it's been a
big thing.
in-house discussion
For
quite some time.
I've been traveling like back and forth to Atlanta like quite often like the past 2 years, and like that's the thing, like I was noticing like nobody called that out. I'm like that's not my place, but I know like I'm a New Yorker, and I know like you can't call Yonkers New York, and Yonkers is a hop skipping away, and you can't call Long Island New York, and it's like right across the street from Queens. But Atlanta, they was just like all the outskirts. No, that's Atlanta. So when I heard the song, I'm like, oh yeah, I actually do.
Yeah, she actually brought it to the light. Excuse me, it's my son. What's up, DeMoney?
Not much. Trying to see, got that Hellcat.
What hair? Which Hellcat?
The gift.
Oh yeah. Let me see. Yep. It's in the house, bro. It's in the house. I got the thing. It's either in the house. I call you as soon as I get up from this interview.
Okay, man.
Love.
So y'all got a spare Hellcat,
That's rich nigga Frost. They lost the Hellcat.
I mean,
saying, your boy's out of a car. You got a spare one.
Listen, as you see, everything around me get used. You know what I'm saying? Everything around me is a time and a place for it.
Yeah, that's great. So look, Tip, since you said you prefaced this conversation with you can talk about anything. So,
sure you can.
I didn't even know if we were going to get to talk because the headlines started going crazy and the phone started ringing, and you and this young comedian had a interaction.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. Can you tell us about where we are with it now and your perspective on how that went down?
Man, okay, so I think the best way for me to explain or describe it, it was a discrepancy amongst two drunks that was handled over drinks.
Okay.
And everybody's cool. We understand each other.
Okay.
We obviously triggered each other. And nobody was backing down.
Yeah.
Nobody was, you know what I mean? But at the same time, the point I will make is what really, really kept the shit going is that it didn't end right there. If, as you see, we ended it and made peace right there. Now, after it came out and hit the internet and everybody else had something to say about it, now it's, you know, it grew a life of its own. Yeah. But I will tell you that I developed an incredible amount of respect for that young lady. Her name is Lauren. I did.
What? Why?
I mean, because, bro, so she pulled up on me and, you know, she was, you know, wanting to talk. And I was like, bet, sure. But actually, mutual acquaintances set us down.
Okay.
And her main thing was, hey, listen, man, I don't want all of my hard work that I've been putting in to be about you now, all of a sudden. Yeah. That ain't what I'm working for. I'm not looking to tear you down. I'm not looking, you know, for some clout chasing moment. That ain't what I'm here for. Right. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. Right. And I had to respect that. Yeah. That is noble and respectable. Yeah. And you know, and I told her, bruh, that's gonna take you farther than anything in my eyes. Yeah. In my eyes, you earned my respect just then. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Just by not taking, you know, the cheap way out. Yeah. Yeah.
The easy way, clickbait.
Is there a learning lesson there?
Absolutely.
What's the lesson?
Don't drink so much.
We've had
man, but hey, but at the end of the day, see, what people don't really, everybody is kind of like in Rome at the Colosseum during gladiator days. Off with their head. Fight, kill, destroy. Everything ain't like that. Some moments are lessons and learning opportunities for mutual parties to evolve and grow together. Yeah, so far. Yeah. Sometimes it ain't about ripping nobody's head off. There's people on my side, fuck her because it's people on her side, fuck him because, and we like, whoa. It ain't that deep. It ain't that deep. We were cool. Right. We were cool. We went through what we went through and it was cool. It was some confusion because all these outside voices got involved. And then we came back to the table and we were just as cool as we was before everybody got involved. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the lesson. Yeah. A lot of times, if it's just left among the two people that's involved and it ain't all these outside sources, right, we can work ourselves to an amicable ending. For a fact. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's really what I learned. But I have a lot of love and respect for her. And, you know, that's what I learned.
Okay. So I'm thinking like a lot of that happened because, you know, we like fresh off the Oscars and stuff like that. So sure. But all right, so but now you
not the same.
Definitely not the same.
Not the same.
But you are not. But you now on the other side. You are a comedian.
What both of our ultimate intention was to steal a little bit of that heat from Will. Right. Just wanted to get a little bit of that.
You did.
A little bit. You did do that. Hey, however I can help. However I can help.
I was looking out for
I love us for real.
Right. Looking out for another black man. But now you on the other side. You're the comedian, right? Do you think but you've always been a person like, if you say the wrong thing, I'm gonna check you. A type of person also throughout you have that in your repertoire too. So which side do you more lean to? Are you more the side like comedian should let whatever fly, or like you can get checked if you?
But listen, first of all, you can be mean as long as it's funny. You dig what I'm saying?
I respect that.
Cause them roasts be
crazy. You know what I mean? As long as this shit funny. And it's done in the name of humor. Yeah. A lot of this shit be done in the name of hate. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. That, and you know, and it's hard to distinguish. Yeah. However, I think that there's a lot of discretion that is necessary, a lot of discernment that is necessary. So I ain't just out here trying to check everybody who got something to say about me, but there is a line. There are some things that I'm going to respond differently to. It ain't just like anything you say about me. Because ain't nobody, I don't take myself that seriously. You call me short, what I got to say? You say I'm light, bright, damn near white, what can I say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but if you get to like, you know, there's a line. Is all I'm saying.
Can't catch all, but I can make an example. That's what you said. You said that when you was going at it with Flip. I remember that.
That was a different moment. That was a different moment. So I truly do feel, I think that we're living in a time where we kind of are creating the examples as we go along.
Yeah.
Because we've never seen anyone sit in the seat that Will sat in.
Yeah.
We never saw anyone have to handle themselves in the circumstances that Will was facing.
Yeah.
To say what to do.
Exactly.
He showed us, if nothing else, what not to do.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And from Chris Rock's perspective, we never saw what was too far for a comedian in a room full of constituents. Yeah. We never saw what was too far.
But was it too far though?
That's
right.
what
Well,
upon Will's actions. Upon Will's actions, I am saying I conclude it may have been a little too far.
From Will's actions.
Off of Will's actions.
Huh?
But still, these guys are leaders and giants.
Absolutely.
Because they are now showing the rest of the world in the future how to behave, how to respond, what to expect.
Respect that.
You dig? I think, like, you know, freedom of speech is present.
Yeah.
But it comes at a cost.
Right.
You still got to stand on what you saying.
Yeah.
And if what you saying don't mean as much to you as who you saying it about, might not, shouldn't say it.
Keep it to yourself.
Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Or if you just a big bad motherfucker like that, and I'm gonna say what I want to say, and I don't care who got to say it.
Stand on that.
Well, then you just stand on that, and then we all gonna watch and see how it unfold.
Well, I just want to see The Rock say the same joke and see if it fly the same way.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bro. About a man, family, man. About a man, family. About a man, woman. Yeah. Like, imagine, has anybody ever told you, yo mama, in front of your mama?
No.
You see what I'm saying? What would you do? You see, now these are circumstances we ain't even thought about.
Yeah.
It ain't never happened.
Yeah.
Has anybody said your mama is a such and such and such and such in front of your mama? No. Can you determine how you would respond to that?
Oh, you know.
If The Rock said it, you gonna let The Rock get that off in front of your mama?
He might.
I gotta go for the knees or something. I can't.
The Rock is gonna make you think. You ain't gonna.
And delivery is everything too. Presentation.
Yeah.
You know, I think.
I know.
You know, a lot of people just.
Look, you gotta go to the trunk for The Rock.
I don't want to go to the trunk. I don't want to go to the trunk for nobody. I want everybody.
We love The Rock. Let me start. Why?
Yeah, because The Rock.
We picking on The Rock.
I want everybody to live in peace. I want everybody to live in harmony. I want everybody to be happy.
Yeah.
And at peace with each other. Yeah. I think we're all brothers. And I really do believe that even if the Academy hadn't have stepped in and gave my man a dime.
A bit. I say
real big. They gave me 120 months. God damn. Man could have got caught with a whole key.
For real.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's a first offender.
First time.
And that's another thing I learned.
But he been clean for 30 years.
That's another thing I learned. You can go unblemished for years. One discrepancy, one lapse in judgment.
That's it.
Bang your ass.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's another thing I've learned.
Yeah. So, you said something?
I just wanted to say like congratulations to your son because he was my first one of my first bigger interviews on AllHipHop.
No,
so yeah,
Demani
graduate. No, King.
Was actually
I gotta say which one now.
King was actually one of my first bigger interviews on this platform. So to see him like graduate, I just want congratulations, man.
King. Hey, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Shocked the shit out of me. Nah, look, I know he's smart, but I didn't know the school knew he was smart. You know what I'm saying? Like he I think, he kind of hid his tenacity and his devotion and dedication for his high school diploma. He hid that from me. He made me think that he wasn't handling his business. He made me think that he didn't care.
Right. That's good.
He made me think that he was doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
But ultimately, man, he graduated early.
Wow.
Congratulations.
So in pandemic time, he kind of caught up and got ahead.
Okay.
And he graduated early.
Now Messiah's graduating from college.
Man, Messiah is in college. Now I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know how to check up on kids in college.
Right.
I have no idea.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many credits. I don't know how many hours. Brother, you've taken your education farther than I ever could, farther than I have ever chose to. So therefore, I'm not gonna be standing over your shoulder and checking you. You not wasting my money. You got yourself a GPA. You got yourself a GPA to the point where you basically got a full ride. Whatever you choose to do with that is your business. You are an adult.
Right.
I'm not finna stand over you and make you and force you and push you.
Yeah.
But I will urge you to finish what you completed.
Yeah.
And with that in mind, he is in his junior year.
Okay.
And next year he will be a senior. Whether that yields him enough credit to graduate with the seniors of his class, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. And to be honest with you, I am proud of him for making it this far.
Yeah. That's
you dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's important for me to urge my kids to find their passion.
Yeah.
And if he's found his passion and it don't consist in college, I'm not going to force him to stay just because. I don't think that's a benefit to him or myself.
Yeah, family hustle continues.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, fine. Bro, we appreciate your time. We gonna keep this walk, my brother. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
We going to the Barclays, Brooklyn, in the house.
BK.
Yeah, that's
okay.